that psychologists use, or that you might use to describe your own behavior. Because you know, you can roughly, there is a psychology of motivation and there's a psychology of emotion, and you might think, well, emotion and motivation are categorically different entities, but they're not. In fact, there's no such thing as a uniform set of motivations, and there's no such thing as a uniform set of emotions, and the distinction between a motivation and an emotion is unclear, to say the least. And that's partly because the physiological substructures that subsume what we call motivations and what we call emotions, and it's not like there's a motivation center that's homogeneous. The closest is the hypothalamus, but it's made of structures that are qualitatively different. And then the emotions, because I have to use that descriptive terminology because we have to communicate about it somehow, there's all sorts of different structures in the brain that contribute to emotional expression, and they're not even in the same place, much less composed of identical structure or function. So you know, we have these shorthands that we use to divide up the world, but they're awkward and untenable as the level of resolution increases. But anyways, I'm still going to go with motivation and emotion because it's a useful simplification. But you can see with the hypothalamus that there's all these, you know, complicated little subsystems in there, and then I showed you that video to show you just how complicated the subsystems are, all the way down to the, really to the molecular level. How those little machines manage what they do is completely beyond me. You know, to call it clockwork when those little things that walk can walk over obstacles, it's like clockwork does one thing, you know, only. Click, 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 that's all it does. No exceptions. This thing walks over obstacles to get where it's going. It's like, who knows what's going on down there. But it works well enough, so here we are, weirdly enough. And so that's partly what I'm trying to unpack. So here's part of the issue. So let's say that you have a computer. Yeah, I have a story for this. So one time when I was in Montreal, I was using my computer. I was in my apartment and I was typing out an essay and it crashed. And so what happens when your computer crashes? Well, you know, usually you utter some sort of curse. And it's interesting that you do that because the circuit that you use to curse with is the same circuit that monkeys use to detect eagles or leopards or snakes. And so when there's a bunch of monkeys together, you know, they're not all preyed on by eagles and leopards and snakes, but you know, there's usually a predator in that category for every single monkey population. And so when the monkeys are watching, they have an emotional utterance that the most nervous monkey might utter first, that basically says, you know, hide from the eagle, get out on the thin branch so the cougar can't eat you, and look the hell out for the snake. But there's a circuit that's linked to emotions that produces an instinctive utterance that represents that category. And that's the same circuit that you use when you curse. And it's not the same circuit that you use for normal language. And we know that because that circuit is activated in people who have Tourette's syndrome, because they preferentially swear. You think, well, why in the world would you have a neurological condition that makes you preferentially curse? Well, that's the reason. You don't just have one linguistic circuit. You have one for, oh my God, there's a predator. And that's the one that will get activated when something happens like your computer crashing. Because, you know, you're an evolved creature, and so those old circuits that were there, say, 30 million years ago to deal with exceptions are the same circuits you're using now to deal with your computer. Why else would you want to hit it? Right? Because that's what you want to give it, a whack. It's like, it doesn't behave, whack. Aggression right away. Well, that's some clue as to the category system that you're automatically using to encapsulate the event. Okay, so fine, what do you do when your computer crashes? Well, first you curse, and then you do the stupid things that idiot primates do when they're trying to deal with something that's way too complex, and maybe you turn it on and off, right? And that doesn't work, it didn't work, and so then I thought, well, maybe the power bar went, so I checked the power bar, and I turned it on and off and nothing happened, and so I brought a light behind the computer and the light wouldn't go on, and so I thought, aha! I must have blown a fuse, so I went to the fuse box and took a look, but the fuses were fine. And so I thought, oh, the power's gone out. So then I went outside and the power was out. None of the street lights were working. The power was out everywhere. And it was seriously out because this was the time that almost the entire northeast power grid in Quebec collapsed, and the reason it collapsed is because there was a solar flare. That happens reasonably often, and the solar flare produced a huge electromagnetic pulse because it's basically like a million hydrogen bombs going off at the same time, 93 million miles away, produces this tremendous electromagnetic pulse, passes through the Earth's atmosphere, produces a spike in current in the main.
Okay, and on yourself do and Solare do little might on Ganesi. DK on boss, Solare on ads, you will also dispel. Domozina. Change Crusader aura.
Solare, right Fury.
Range on circle. Range on the circle. By the way, Solar, you will have to refresh Sanctuary on yourself and Might on the Palaretri. Crezi că n-are Might, but dă little Might pe Palaretri, că nu mai are.
Are.
Range move. Get ready for the plague. Range move. Ți-am zis că tu dai dispel, man. Range move, melee move. Fury Dragon. Move back, move back. Range move with the Shami.
Move back, warrior.
He's back, dude. Range move, change sides. Tanks change sides. Solare, take the ads from the... Take the ads from us. I'm a dollar, I choose defense. Range move out. Spread out, MD, everything to the DK. Dă-i stun la bă, la mare, mă.
Mage on boss.
Go on boss mage. Fugi de el. Spread more melees. Go on raging, mage, on raging.
We have more than enough DPS. I don't know why you said that. I don't have time to now.
we go and do mines here on those balls. Kill the last spirit. Kill the balls. Kill the spheres, all the spheres.
Dispel.
Solare, take the boss. On the circle, people. Healer grabbed. Kill it, kill it. Stun it, stun it, stun it. Use your own cooldown. Solare. Pray for the file. Why you put the file in the middle? Okay, DK, take the boss. DK, take the boss. Here at the circle, dude. Stun it. Spray for the file. Okay, move Lich King back to the middle. Solare, you will have to do D-Sac on him. You will have to do sacrifice on him. Do it now. Ah, you have it. Fuck. Spread in the inner circle for the file. Go on Valkyr. Move boss with Valkyr.
Not sure if we have DPS to push after. Might be close.
Don't. Just take Lich King back to the middle.
You want to innovate?
Yeah, do it. Move Lich King back to the middle. Spread for the file, then go back on the circle. Spread for the file. DK, take the boss. Back on the circle. On the circle. Sacrifice on the DK. Solare.
He's on cooldown.
Kill that Valkyr. Range on
I
Valkyr.
got it. Mage blink out when you get released.
Spray for the file. DK, keep the boss on you. Ganesh, you will have to use sacrifice on the DK. Use it. Use it now. Go on Valkyr. Ignore Lich King and move to the edge. Move Lich King to the edge. Come on, take that Valkyr down. Spray for the file. Push Lich King, push Lich King.
Ray, you need to watch your mana. My innovate is down, cooldown. Can you do mana him? One or maybe both sprays?
Go out.
I will.
I'm gonna trank to ready here. Spread
Everyone
on right.
in the spirits, empty the spirits to the paladin.
Spread out. Either mana isn't good. Hunter and priest spread. Todd.
Take the fucking spirit.
Do you yank or should I rest? Okay. Buff him.
Can you MD the spirits? Come on. And can you taunt, innervate me? Do something. Do some buffs on the
Cooldown.
shaman.
39 seconds. Taunt, please!
Take the fucking spirit! You're 2 tanks! Yeah, with what mana? I don't have mana.
Yeah, 25 seconds. When we go into spirit, I have
Kill
it.
that spirit.
Dispel.
DK, take the boss.
Taunt.
Down the spirit. Take the boss.
Kill the door, please.
DPS the spirit. When we get out, you have to taunt both of the spirits. Stack in the middle.
Tell me when to start.
Stack in the middle.
Innovates up.
Starfall now. And move. 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 Move more. Move more. You can put hot rejuvenation on us. Move. Move more. When we get out Solare, down the spirit instantly. Remain here. Down the spirit.
Sweet.
Move the Lich King to the throne side. Kill the spirit. Move Lich King to the throne side. And everybody move everybody from the spirits. Move from the spirits. Spread for the file and at the back of Lich King.
Right side spirit. 2 spirits right side. I have a res.
Res him.
Dude, I should save it for tank, really. It's a hunter, right? Who died? Do we need a hunter?
Yeah, we need res him.
Get up.
Stack in
Stop.
the middle.
Starfall immediately or wait?
No, wait. Starfall now. Move more.
Mine's here above us. I can't hot. I have 20% mana. Get that one. Come.
Don't mind here one spirit. Move with the circle. If you have Innervate, give me.
49.
Move more. Yeah, we are done. Kite it.
Mage block, please.
Take it, DK.
Never mind.
Ganesi, why are you keep moving the boss in Pennsylvania, dude? You have to spirits. Ganesi, what the fuck am I saying? DK. Keep going. Keep the boss here. Don't move the boss. Move the boss now. And rotate. When we get out, every Shadow Priest help with absorbing. Move now. Oh, I'm solo healing. Perfect. Again, you're doing mines here only on one spirit. It's incredible. Ganesi, when we get out, do sacrifice on the dick. You died.
It's enraged.
Of course it's enraged, because the fucking Shadow Priest doesn't know how to play. Yeah. You guys cannot move from under the spirits. Shadow Priest, you are using Mind Seer on one spirit? Only one? This would have been fucking one shot. Pogrimushka. Dude,
power lines and blows the whole system.
do you
And so, just so you know,
the tactic of moving Lich
an
King
event like that
from one edge
happens
to another?
about every 150 years. And if we had one now, it would take out all of
You
our
are
electronics,
keeping
like one of the
Lich King
big ones. There was a
in the
big one
middle
back
of
in the
the
late
platform.
1800s. Everything,
You
satellites,
get the
computers,
spirits
cars,
up, then you move
everything,
it at the
gone.
edge.
And so that's a big problem, and no one knows what to do about it. One missed us by about 9 minutes, I think, 2 years ago. So that's something
we
else
get
to worry
out of
about if
the
you're inclined
chamber.
to worry about those sorts of things.
On first chamber.
Okay,
Solare
so
will
what
take
did I conclude
the
from
spirit,
that? Well,
the raging spirits.
the
You keep Lich King
function
at the
of my
edge.
computer was dependent on the
We are
stability of
placing
the
that
sun.
file, and you
It's
move
not the
Lich
first thing
King.
you check out when your computer crashes, right? You don't run out and go, hey, well, yeah, the sun's still there, no problem. I can cross that off the list. But to me, it's an extraordinarily interesting example of the invisible interdependence of things, you know, and our tendency to fragment things. What we seem to do is to look at things at the simplest level of analysis that actually functions. So, for example, when you're interacting with your computer, you're not interacting with your computer at all, really. You're interacting with the keyboard, sort of one key.
Perform, not give me gold. Just focus on. Bugün kur. And also in second transition, count the spirits.
I think it was a kill if I didn't rest a hunter. Could have rest the tank near Lufthansa.
You wouldn't have made any difference. You died off.
Why do we need a hunter? I don't understand. Last phase. What does a hunter do in last phase?
We had everybody up besides the hunter. Why not get him up? How should how should I know that in the chamber somebody will fuck up and remain behind us?
And
We kill him. Range on me. On circle. And pull back your pets in transition. Having all the orbs on the pet. Not good. Melee move. Melee move more. Range move. Range move. Double.
Double. Taunt back.
Down the Lich King back. Move Lich King. Move range, move the
The
ball.
ball again.
Change sides, tanks. Change positions. Move, melees move, more.
Taunt goods.
Range move to the circle.
And then
Taunt back.
Move out. Down, MD all the spirits to the DK. Diabol, ce faci, mă? Mișcă-te aici, ce faci acolo? Stă nu eu la mare.
spirit on me and I'm back.
Go on spirit. Bă, mișcă-te de acolo, nu sta în fața spirit. Tu îi dai dispel la main tank. Take the spirit. Take the sphere. DK, take the Lich King. Move to middle. Come on, faster, move to middle. Everybody on the circle. Go on Valkyr. Take the Lich King with the Valkyr. Move the Lich King with the Valkyr.
Right, Sancho represent.
Defile.
Spread out.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Back on the circle. Solare, take the Lich King. And use Divine Protection on Reaper. Go on Valkyr.
Defile.
Go on Valkyr.
Defile.
Spread out. Why do you put the file under the fucking
It's fine,
Valkyr?
calm down.
Ai trinket de la Syndra.
Da.
Bun. O să folosești și D-Sac. Folosește-le. Spread for the file. Spread in the middle for the file. Go on that. Go on Valkyr. DK, take the boss.
I might die. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Can you... Wait, am I dropped?
Move the boss to the middle.
Define first.
Spread for the file a little and then back on the circle. On the circle. Go on
Again,
Valkyrie.
dude.
Move Lich King with the... Move the Lich King. Solare, sacrifice on the DK.
We might be able to push Define.
Keep the Lich King there. Don't move it. Push the Lich King.
Defile.
Spread for the file. Innervate me if you have.
I did already. Times 3 seconds ago. It's a bit close score. We might have to levitate.
Come on, push it.
Yeah, we have to levitate.
Push it. Stun the Valkyrie. Stun it and push Lich King.
I do tranquility.
Kill the
Spirit on right
warrior.
It's fine, it's fine. Down the spirits, down the spirits. DK, take the spirits, all of them. Take the spirit from me. Down the spirit from me. More on the spirits. When you have inner way, give it to me.
I did already.
How much cooldown on it?
What? 1 minute 50 seconds.
Take the spirit.
Spirit.
More on the spirit, kill it. Go in. Paladin, take the spirits. DK, take the boss. Keep it out of the inner circle. Out of the inner circle. Out of the inner circle. I tell you to do something, you do something else. Okay. Stack in the middle. In the middle. Move now. Move. Move more, come on. Over here. Move. Move with the circle. Don't go in front. With the circle. Move. 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 When we get our Solare taunt, the spirit DK on boss and use a cooldown when we get out DK. You need to survive the Reaper fast. Spread out. Kill the spirit. Move the Lich King, move the Lich King, Pogrimushka, move it to the other side. Backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. You see where the circle is, guys? After you spread for Defile, move at the... Turn Lich King, turn Lich King.
Defile.
Defile, spread out, and then at the back of Lich King. Oh shit. It's fine.
Kill the decay.
Take the Lich King at the edge. Not. You spammed again. Okay, who's on Shadow Aura? Communicate, communicate. Tell me now.
The red triple.
Okay, when we get out, you're going to use Shadow Aura Mastery.
Move.
Move. Move. And you also use this sack. Move more, move more.
Shadow Priest can try to help us.
Don't
Shadow
go in
Priest, when
front.
we get out, Dispersion and Absorb Spirits. Move.
We see other team.
And Solare, do sacrifice on the DK. Stay here,
Don't
stay
run into
here.
that.
Spread for the file. Yeah. Okay, Pogrimushka, you can't do this. Fuck me.
Harass
Then.
him. Go.
Oof.
Accept it. Fuck it. We have 2 tanks.
Okay,
Innovate cooldown.
Him up.
spray for the file. Go absorb the spirits.
Proct. Might have been this on long cooldown. Sorry.
I have a totem and
You can need it.
Move.
Heal, heal. Heal us.
Move. Roy, help me with the healing. Put HOTS on people. With the circle.
I can't do more. I have no mana.
When we get our spread for defile, DK take the boss, use cooldown.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Go soak.
I will soak.
Keep
9 seconds to
listing here.
innovate, dude. Just spam here. I have 9 seconds to innovate.
Move Lich King
Hero,
already.
hero,
move,
hero, hero.
Move Lich King.
Hero.
Defile.
Defile, move. Again?
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it,
kill
kill
it,
it.
kill it, kill it. It's done, it's done, it's killed, it's dead.
Ah.
Pogremushka, dude, I have to teach you, man. I seriously have to fucking teach you, man. Okay. Tanking lessons starting from you this week. Starting for you. Lol, look at that. What the fuck is with the healing recount? It's bugged? Ah, there you go.
Good job.
You say what? Okay. Okay. From now on, I start training you. I start to teach you. You stay with me on Discord, and you will be taught. Bro, you got on a 5.8 boomy pain. GG. I told you you will get pain on this
I
boomy,
got
right?
so many defiles and I got grabbed 2 times. The
Yeah,
game
but
just gave me everything.
yeah, but did I told you that you will get pain, right?
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, I
You
love
do-
playing.
You do.
I
You do
love
good
playing
DPS.
Boomy.
You do
No, I
good
don't care
DPS.
about the DPS. I like that you can slow the spirits and shit. You know, it's actually
You can do
why
a lot of shit. You can do a lot of shit.
exactly you can shadow melt the spirits when they come for you. It's actually pretty sick, dude. I enjoy it quite a bit. But I regret innovating you when you were at like 80% because you ended up dying and then you could have needed it afterwards. So if you're like above 70% mana, I'm gonna hold my innovate in case someone dies.
Yeah, but I think without that hero exactly told
Yeah.
me to do it, I think we
Well, I also
wouldn't
I
have
was
done.
I was upset when you wanted to wipe or something. Like I had a rest, and even though you were the only
I
healer
didn't-
because the priest died, yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't say why, but
I didn't
both
know you
healers
have
were
a
dead
raid.
and shit. Yeah, it was 4-minute cooldown when we pulled
My
boss.
raid cooldown was fucked. LOL. Look at all these virgins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What
Yeah,
the
people say the bow looks good for transmog. Someone wants it for transmog.
It's
Looks
actually
pretty
good
shitty, actually.
for Fury Warrior. But I think he got wait, he got that no, he can actually take this bow. Dude, take
Oh,
the
yeah.
bow, it's better than your fucking
Oh
weapon.
my god, dude. Look at this weapon. It fucking sucks.
I mean it's good, the weapon is also good, dude.
Yeah.
The one he has. But take the bow. Wait, let me take a screenshot.
Wait, we have to
What you want?
stand in the line. Tyrion's in the way. I don't know.
Okay, put me a portal to Dala. Yeah, Domo. We're gonna take a 20 minutes break. I have to do something, then we go for a second run.
Is that a fresh run or?
Solare, log your DK tank. Be right back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You didn't. You shook Sarah more, did you?